Okay, if you've ever had a kidney stone, I don't need to tell you, the pain is absolutely unforgettable. But what if I told you the secret to preventing them was already sitting on your dinner plate? Well, today we're diving into a super simple, really powerful diet guide from the experts at Arka Anugraha Hospital that's all about helping you take back control of your kidney health. Dealing with kidney stones is tough. There's no way around it. But here's the really good news, the big takeaway from all the research. Your diet isn't just a minor detail. It's pretty much your single most powerful weapon in this fight. It's a total game changer. So before we get into the how, let's start with the basics. What in the world are kidney stones? And why do they even form in the first place? Because once you get this, you'll see exactly why the right diet works so well. To put it really simply, a kidney stone is what happens when you have too much crystal-forming stuff. Things like calcium, oxalate, and uric acid floating around in your urine, and there's just not enough liquid to keep it all dissolved. It's kind of like trying to stir way too much sugar into a small glass of iced tea. Eventually, it just stops dissolving and starts clumping together at the bottom. Now check this out, because this is where it gets really interesting. A whopping 80%, the vast majority of all kidney stones are calcium oxalate stones. And oxalate, just so you know, is a natural compound you find in lots of plants. This is a huge clue. It tells us that for most people, the number one strategy is all about managing that oxalate in their diet. Okay, so now we know what these things are. Let's get to the most important part, right? What can we actually do about them? This is where your diet becomes the direct link, the straight line, to prevention. And here is the absolute crux of it all. Everything you eat and drink directly changes the chemical makeup of your urine. Think about that for a second. It means you can literally change your body's internal environment to be a place that either builds stones or a place that actively fights them off. That's some serious power. All right, let's kick things off with the good stuff. What should you be adding more of to your plate? Let's think of this section as building up your body's own personal defense system against stone formation. First up, and this is non-negotiable, is hydration. Water is your absolute best friend for diluting all that crystal-forming stuff. Now, you might see calcium on this list and think, wait a minute, isn't that part of the problem? And that's a great question, but here's the trick. When you eat calcium-rich foods, the calcium binds to the oxalate in your gut, not your kidneys, so it gets escorted right out of your body. It's a brilliant little chemistry hack. Of course, building a good defense also means knowing what you're up against. This isn't about feeling deprived or restricted. It's just about being smart and getting to know the common triggers that can cause stones to form. So on the flip side, here are the main things to watch out for. Those high oxalate foods like spinach and nuts are well-known culprits. And animal protein? That's a big one, because it can make your urine more acidic, which is like rolling out the red carpet for uric acid stones. And don't forget about salt. When you eat a lot of sodium, your kidneys actually push more calcium into your urine, which, as we now know, raises your risk of forming new stones. Okay, so the theory is great, but what does this actually look like on a plate? Let's walk through a sample day of eating to see just how simple and, honestly, how delicious this can actually be. So just take a look at this. For breakfast, you've got oatmeal with some low-fat milk. Boom, there's your calcium. Lunch is some lean protein, veggies, and whole grains. Then dinner is another clean, simple meal with baked fish. See? This isn't some crazy radical diet. It's just balanced, healthy, whole food eating. Totally doable. And here are 3 awesome, practical tips you can start using today. That first one is pure gold. If you're going to eat something with oxalate, like spinach, make sure you eat it with a source of calcium in the same meal. It's a super smart move. Also, how you cook matters. Boiling veggies can actually lower their oxalate levels. And just be a little careful with supplements, because high doses of vitamin C can actually get converted into oxalate in your body. Okay, now this next part is really, really important. While diet is an amazing tool for prevention, it is absolutely crucial to know when you're past the point of self-management and you need to get professional medical help. So listen up, because these are the red flags. If you are experiencing any of these symptoms, we're talking severe pain, seeing blood in your urine, having a fever and chills, or you're struggling to pee, you need to seek professional medical help right away. Seriously, these are not things you just wait out or ignore. And to really bring all this home, I just want to share this powerful line directly from the source guide. It says, following a proper diet is one of the most effective ways to prevent stones. That says it all, right? It just hammers home the main point. You have a huge amount of control here, and that control starts with what's on your plate. So as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a question. What's one small change you can make today? Maybe it's just adding that extra glass of lemon water. Or maybe it's swapping out that salty snack for an apple. What's the first little step you'll take to start building your defense? Thanks for tuning in.